Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports.
And welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, the fastest hour and a half in outdoor radio. And we're in our last 15-minute segment. And we have on the line the Graybeard adventurer himself, Mr. Dale Sanders. You with us, Dale?
I'm here floating down the Mississippi River on a great day for paddling. Just left Hannibal, Missouri about an hour ago.
Oh, okay. Well, you're quite a ways up the river then. And I was looking, when Larry was telling me that hopefully you'd be on the show, that you were taking this pilgrimage and stuff. And I understand, where did you come up with the idea for this?
Oh, I came up with the idea of this because I've been hosting through paddlers. We call them source-to-sea paddlers, source of the Mississippi to the sea. I've been hosting them for years at my home, and I have a paddler's wall of fame there that they've all been signing, and I need to sign my own wall. And there's another reason, too. I wanted a cause, and my cause is fight and raise awareness of juvenile diabetes, and trying to do something to help find a cure for that disease as well. My grandniece has had it since she's 4. She's 11 now, and the kids go through a lot of suffering. It's time that we get on board and do more than we have been doing. We as citizens, we as a population. When I say we, and I appreciate a cause like that because myself, I have type 2 diabetes and stuff, and it's a disease that affects a lot of Americans. But what kind of craft are you paddling? Well, I'm paddling right now a canoe, and I'm hybrid paddling. That means I'm pulling a canoe with a kayak paddle. It's a Winona class wilderness, 15 foot and 4 inches long, and it's a solo. I'm by myself sitting out here right now in this big river, just looking at barges going up and down me. So if I have to say, excuse me in a minute, I may have to paddle away from a red buoy or barge. But right now, it looks clear.
And I know here on the Memphis gauge, it's talking about going about 29 and a half or 30 feet. So a lot of water coming down. So what's the water like right now up around Hannibal?
Well, that's a big issue. It's really high and it's really fast. As a matter of fact, the gates were all closed to Hannibal. So in order to get our boats over to town, to the River Angels home where we stayed, we had to go up and over the dike with these loaded boats on wheels. So it's very difficult to do. But there's a silver lining. It's the river's fast when it's hot.
Right. And so how many miles do you usually make a day?
Well, we have to average 30 miles a day from Minneapolis to Memphis in order to make our goal. Our goal right now is St. Louis on the 4th of July. We have a little bit more than, we got 36 miles we got to paddle a day and 26 tomorrow. But we think that with this high water, we're on track. We should be able to see the fireworks in downtown St. Louis at the Arch on the 4th of July.
Okay. And, so when the river's, that high, I know when you get up above, the St. Louis and going towards that way, the people are used to, if they've never been up that way, don't realize how narrow the Mississippi River is up there as compared to Memphis.
Well, way up there, it's where we started at Lake Itasca, the source. You can jump across it.
Right.
And the thing is, where we are now, though, between La Crosse, Wisconsin, pretty much, and Alton, Illinois, which is north of St. Louis, there's 29 dams that have locks, and we have to go through these locks. Well, the issue right now, because of the high water, is there's a couple of locks downstream that are closed on us, and we don't know what we're going to do. I know what we did yesterday. We went around on the other side. We paddled down the spillway. It was so high, the spillway wasn't that rough, so we didn't even go through the lock. That's an issue, though, because if there's not a spillway, we may have to wait it out until the water goes down lower. So we may not make it to the bottom line is we may not make it to the fireworks.
Okay, and But so how many days have you been on the river?
Well, you know what? I lost track of what day of the week it is even. But I can tell you we started on 15 May. I'll never forget that.
Okay.
It was cold.
And those
first few days were really cold up in northern Minnesota.
And how many hours do you usually paddle a day?
We on the water from 7 to 12 hours a day. We haven't had too many 12-hour days, but it averages probably about 9 hours a day we're on the water.
Okay, well, and I'm gonna put you on the spot. We'll talk about that. They call you the Graybeard Adventurer. How old are you?
How old am I?
Uh-huh.
That's not putting me on the spot because that's one of the reasons I'm paddling this thing. I'm breaking a world record for age on paddling source to sea Mississippi. No one at 80 years old, which is how old I am, has done this before. So if I can pull it off, there's another great reason there is a world record.
That's right, because and to me, you never get too old. I know the kind of being a kind of a student of history. A lot of people don't know that Daniel Boone, he lived to be about 88, but at 84, him and a couple of hunting companions went from Missouri all the way to the Rocky Mountains and back on a hunting trip.
Well, I am so glad you told me that. I didn't realize that, but I'm trying to set an example for us old folks, and maybe set some of the people out there that think there's not life after 80. There's life after 80. Believe me, there is. I'm planning on doing, if I'm able, doing the Appalachian Trail in a couple of years, and if I can do that in 2 years from now, I'll be the oldest person to do that too. Okay,
well, we sure appreciate you taking time with us this morning, and with your, that's an adventure. What you're doing, I'd love to try. But we sure appreciate you calling. We want you to have a safe and a very pleasant journey, and maybe some of these thunderstorms that's kicking up around the area today won't give you too much problems. And but we sure appreciate you taking your time out and giving us a chat.
Well, thank you. Can I say one more thing?
Okay,
go ahead, Dale.
Please, please follow us. We got Spot Tracker. You can find that at graybeardadventurer.com, and you can also find all the links to our blogs and daily photographs and things there. It's a lot of fun. You can also find the way to donate to juvenile diabetes if you so would like to do so.
Okay, well, you have a good day on the water.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
We'll see you in Memphis, Dale.
All right. Bye-bye.
Dale Sanders, the Graybeard Adventurer. I like that nickname, the Graybeard Adventurer. Paddling down the Mississippi River started on May the 15th?
May the 15th, yeah.
Up there, all the way up into Minnesota and coming on down. And
it was great having him on the show a couple months ago before he started. He's such a great guy. I love talking to him.
And like you said, he's 80 years old, and that's something that is a record, like you said, in itself. So, well, let's talk about next week's show. Hopefully, Larry.
He should be back.
Will be back. Ron Wong will be in the studio. So, we're going to be talking fishing. And they'll also talk about some new products and ratings coming out to, deal with the heat and everything. So, and I'm pretty sure he'll have his usual lineup of very interesting guests and everything. So,
and I know a lot of people out there have been going out and going to because a lot of people were doing fireworks celebrations yesterday on the 3rd. There are still a few places to go tonight. And this morning too. They're doing that fireworks this morning. Obviously, it's a little too bright outside for that. But this morning at 9:30, Cordova is doing their 4th of July parade, starting at 9:30, right in at the Cordova Community Center. That's where the base of the parade's at. Germantown has their fireworks tonight, which is we always go to the Germantown ones because you can watch those from the Agri Center and get nice parking and get out of there pretty quick. And that goes. They start doing a big extravaganza around 5, and it's free. I'll have bounce houses and games and stuff for the kids to do. Snowden Grove is actually doing something at the amphitheater starting at 6:30 tonight. It is free as well. Olive Branch is doing their Independence Day celebration. It is free, doing it at Olive Branch City Park. And then the big one downtown, the fireworks from Mud Island. Whether the water's high or not, they're going to be still doing the fireworks down there.
And,
Telling everybody to go Tom Lee Park, Beale Street Landing, any rooftops downtown that you can get to. It'd be a great place to watch it, including that there's actually a big party at the Madison Hotel. They have like a DJ and stuff on the roof up there. That one does cost money. That's one of the only ones I came across that cost anything. That was $20 cover to get in there, but they have DJs and drinks and food and all that stuff. So
after that, I have to tell an interesting story. When I was growing up, of course, I grew up down here, out in the Fraser area, and used to, grew up, spend a lot of time on the Mississippi River. Out of the mouth of the Looshatchee and out in Mississippi. So. In my teenage years, a couple of us decided on the 4th of July it would be a really, really neat way to watch the fireworks from out on the river. So a friend of mine had a big boat, so we went out there. But what we didn't take, saw the fireworks okay, but what we didn't take in consideration was we were kind of in the fallout zone of all the debris.
Oh, man.
So after some of those big, mortar shells started going off, and stuff, I said, "What's that hitting the water?" Just the stuff coming. Needless to say, we had to move it upriver a little bit, but that was kind of interesting. One of those things that you just don't think about, at that time.
The town I grew up in as a kid, we had that happen one year. It was really, really windy on the 4th, and they were shooting the fireworks about a good quarter mile from where we were at, but the wind was blowing them sideways and kind of down a little bit.
Right.
So everybody sitting on the bluff of the river was just getting showered with all the smoke, and it was awful.
But and we want to make sure that if you're going to spend a day on the lake today, make sure that you have a safe day out there. And like I said, our officers will be out there, patrolling and stuff. And I just, just know when to say when. It's the 4th of July and you're going to celebrate. It's America's birthday and everything. So, but, know when to say when. That's my biggest thing. So, but we want to appreciate everybody listening this morning. And I'm pretty sure Larry was listening this morning.
Yes.
And going, what are they talking about?
Can't wait to get my show back.
Yeah. Talk radio will never be the same. But being to close out the show, like Larry says, and being especially today, the 4th of July, happy birthday, America, and God bless the USA.
You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry.